Hey homegirls, welcome to my channel, Heidi Sonboul Home. Today I am getting it done. I have a long to-do list and I'm going to be knocking things off that I have been avoiding for a long time, needing to get around to. But first, because I'm going to be starting this video off cleaning at night, I switched out of my day clothes, got my hair up in a bun, and got my makeup off. I like cleaning at night with a fresh face and cozy, and I'm sure you all feel the same way when it comes to after a long day of being a mom. Now today is a collab with my friend Kathleen. I'm going to talk more about her a little bit later in the video, but let's get started in the front room. After having my kids home for spring break, the sofa had so many crumbs in it. It is crazy because I don't let our kids eat on the couch, so I'm not sure how these crumbs always get inside all of these cushions. I don't know how they get there. Truly, it is a mystery, and my kids know not to eat on the couch. Now that Easter is done, I went ahead and pulled out all of the blue and tan, and I brought back in a soft pink with a gray buffalo check. I thought that would be really nice and neutral as we're getting ready to transition into some more summer decor stuff that I love to always decorate for different seasons. I thought this would be something that would be able to be nice between now and the next month or two. I'm also pulling down all of the bunnies and anything that I had out for the springtime. All of this cleaning I'm doing on this particular night was on a Monday night after our kids have had an at-home Zoom day. This is the school table that I let them use in the office, so they're out in the open and being smart with their Chromebooks and staying on task. And I'm just tidying it up so that the next day when they come home from school, they'll have a place to sit down and do their work. I love teaching my kids that it's better to work in a clean, tidy space than to work in a messy space. It's something that I practice myself all the time, and so I like always keeping a clean desk at my workspace where I edit my videos. You're going to see me doing that here in just a minute. Now in this video today, you're going to see me cleaning over the course of several days and checking things off of a long to-do list that I needed to get done. I have a lot of different things. I wanted to make sure upstairs before I moved on to other assignments that I got down all of the Easter decor, and that I also got to clean all of the surfaces, all of the tables, all of the desks, all of our, surfaces where dust can settle, and it feels so good to have a clean, fresh surface. Here I am going underneath my desk and getting some things that had fallen back underneath there and really making sure everything is nice and tidy. Now, if you didn't know and you've come over from Kathleen's channel, we are getting ready to redo the floors, all of the hardwood floors downstairs, in our hallway upstairs, and our kitchen. I am so excited about doing that finally. We kind of did a patch job about a year ago, just making sure it was up to date because we used to have carpet in our kitchen. We bought this home 5 years ago. It was a fixer-upper. The family who lived here really loved it. They took good care of it. There was great bones, but this kitchen, even right now where I'm standing, it used to look like the Brady Bunch kitchen. It had bright orange countertops and very, very dark wood veneer cabinets. And so We've done a lot of work on this home over this last several years, and I cannot wait to pull up this linoleum flooring that we have down that we put in temporarily just to get the carpet out of here and to put down the nice new flooring. So the next item I wanted to do, getting all the surfaces done, was to clean my sink. And when I got over here, I saw all kinds of paint underneath the soap bottles. My son Calvin, he is just such an artist. He's a lot like his mom. We love being crafty, but he must have been cleaning his paintbrushes because there was all kinds of paint residue that was underneath the soap bottles. That kid, I tell you, I'm all for crafty projects, but I always tell him to clean up after himself, and I think he just missed it because it kind of got underneath those bottles. When I was a kid, I vividly remember my mom always taking a piece of paper, and she would write down all the things to do on a to-do list and little boxes next to it. And then one by one, she would either check them off or she would draw a line through the item and she would tape it to the refrigerator. Now friends, even with all the technology in the world, which I love technology, I am so old school. I will say an old soul when it comes to doing a to-do list. Leave a comment down below to let me know. Do you like to do a to-do list that's digitally or on a piece of paper where you can cross them off? Because I don't know about all of you, I love being able to physically take a pen and cross it off or check a little box. There is something about it that just makes my heart so happy. So here I am. I've finished all of my surface cleaning upstairs in our living spaces, and I'm getting ready to go down for the next day to work in our basement. Don't judge me, friends. It is so bad. Upstairs is always clean, super clean in our home, but that basement, we all have those kind of spaces. I know we do, which is why I'm going to show you. It is the dumping ground of all dumping ground, and it has been on my to-do list for so long, and I cannot wait to show you the transformation of it being tidied. Now, as I mentioned earlier, today I have a collab with Kat. She and I are both checking things off of our spring cleaning. She is so motivating. I called her Kat because over on Instagram she goes by Kat, but she's Kathleen. She is my sweet friend who we have so many things in common. I know you're going to adore her. If you like my channel, you'll like hers. Her style of her home is high-end traditional. It's so beautiful. It's so motivating to watch her do her videos. And funny enough, we both have 2 boys and a little girl. She loves pets just like I do. She has 2 pups, and she has been in her home for 6 years, so close to when we moved into our home. So head on over to her channel, check out her video. You will be inspired by her. I've got her linked down below. Now, something fun for our subscribers. Kathleen and I together have decided to do a $100 gift card giveaway to Amazon. To enter, leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. You have until the 14th to enter the giveaway, and make sure to come back on the 15th where we will be announcing the winner here on this video in our comments and on our community tabs. If you are coming over from Kathleen's channel, welcome. My name is Heidi Sonboul, and this is my home channel. I actually have 4 channels here on YouTube. I love it that much. That is yet another thing that Kathleen and I both love. We both really enjoy what we're doing here on YouTube, and we love sharing our lives with all of you out there and connecting with you in our comments. And just in general, it's so fun to have friends out there that we can connect with on things we're all passionate about. All right, here it is. My dirty secret. Actually, it's not a secret. I'm actually quite open about this space over on Instagram and my stories. It is so bad. I know how bad it is. When groceries come home, they get thrown on these shelves. Somehow over time, 2 of the shelves got bent. I think secretly one of my kids tried to reach up at the top shelf and put their foot on those shelves, and they bent. However they bent, it needed to be fixed because the storage space that we had in there was just so unorganized. So what we're doing right now is Calvin is actually helping me set up these tables after school late one night so that we can start moving the food off, and I could be working on it in the next morning, getting things all cleaned up and moved around. So we've gotten all of the food off the shelves. Now, if you didn't know, again, I talk about this over on Instagram, but our family believes in emergency preparedness. So we actually have food storage for bad weather. We have black ice here in Missouri. We have, sometimes issues with flooding, not in our area so much where we are, but we just have to make sure just in case something ever happens. Now these shelves, Calvin, I love him so much. He's always willing to help me. I mean, I think I drive my boys crazy, but they're so good to me and they're always willing to help and be a family team effort. I love his face when he's coming up the stairs. I wanted to reuse these shelves, so he's helping me get them upstairs, and I'm going to put them out in our sunroom, and I'm going to reuse them for something else I'll show in another video on another day. When I went back in the room to go get the other shelf, there's Comet. He never can help himself. He always wants to be in my business. Just the crumbs and the dust on these shelves alone. Friends, it was clear that I have been avoiding doing this job for quite some time. It really is just such a dungeon down in this space. And then one day I told my husband, that's it. I'm adding this to my to-do list this week. I'm going to take everything out. I'm going to order some new shelves. We're going to move this refrigerator. This actually came with the house when we bought it. Like I said, it was a fixer-upper. This is the original refrigerator that was from the previous owner. We just put it down here. And to explain these crumbs up here, this is from Comet's food. We cannot put his food on the floor because Nyla, our dog, will get it. So I had Calvin wipe it all down because I'm just so funny about crumbs and dust and dirt. I like surfaces to be clean. So he wiped it all down, and the plan is that we were going to move it. We ended up putting it in that spot because it was closest to the plug, but it really caused such an issue with the spacing walking around to get to the dryer and the washing machine. So when I said, can we just get a longer cord and move it? It made a huge improvement by just moving it underneath the stairs. And then perfectly enough, our metal shelf that we had all of our water and appliances on fit perfectly going on the side of the refrigerator. What a difference. It really opened up the space. I'm so happy we took the time to do this. I also didn't show it, but I swept, mopped up the floor, got it all really cleaned, and all vacuumed, dusted out everything so that the area was really nice and tidy down here. One of the things I love that I found recently on Amazon, I realized that these shelves, they have a lot of holes because they are the metal grade, with all these metal rows going, and things can fall in between them. I went on Amazon and found out that they actually have custom, you can buy them in whatever color you want, mats that go on these shelves, and you can get them in different sizes. So I ended up ordering some of these mats to go on all of the shelves, and I am so happy with them. I'm going to link them down below because they were a treasured find. I cannot believe I waited that long to look it up because it allowed me to be able to put my glass things on this shelf without worrying about them getting in one of those little spots where there's not a surface and they fall over and break. Now, my sweet husband, he had finished his long day of work, and then this is on a Wednesday night at this point. He helped me get all of these built. He was such a good guy. I cannot say enough how much I scored with my boys and how much they helped me, and even Miriam. She's always my little sidekick willing to help. I am so grateful that our family works together and we all put in our efforts, because it really just makes me feel so loved and blessed as a mom to have such supportive family members. And I've got to give full credit to my husband, because he really has always been by my side to help me in any of my projects that I come up with. Not that he likes doing them, but that he's always willing to be by my side and help me make things come true and happen. Even if he can't see the end vision, he's always willing to go along with my crazy ideas. So one of the things that we did was he started building it, and then I would put in the items that I wanted to use for storing our food. And then he would do the next shelf. I would put another bin. He would do the next shelf. And you can just kind of see how we're getting all of our spacing done. On the next day, the boys, I told them, would you be willing to paint your bathroom for me? I have been wanting to get the powder blue off of the walls in this bathroom for a long time, and they said that they were willing to help me do it. So they put on a coat of white paint. I would then come in and check for any drip spots that they might have missed from putting too much paint and smooth it out. And then they would come back in until we got 4 coats of white paint in this bathroom. I am so excited that I just gave over this job to them, because otherwise I would not have been able to get this one off of my to-do list. And without them, this would not have been possible. I've been wanting to make over this bathroom for a long time, so you're kind of getting 2, well, it's really like 1.5 mini makeovers. The bathroom will be shown next week. At this point, I'm bringing back in all of our food, and I'm making sure that things are finding their home for their right sizing. I will say that this was the trickiest part, because I wanted it to obviously look pretty, because, well, I really like it. I like when a pantry looks really pretty, because it's easier to find things, and it just makes me feel happy to be in this space. A pantry does not have to be pretty. It obviously should be functional, but you know, my heart is just happy when it's pretty. So I was making sure that things were finding the proper home, and also making sure that it was looking really pretty. So one of the things I was doing was opening up boxes for certain things that I knew I just wanted to get the boxes out of, like snacks. I had a big basket on the bottom shelf, and I'm dumping all of the snacks in so that my kids, when they're packing their lunches and if they need something, they can run down the stairs to the basement and get it out of this big basket, and I can ditch all of these boxes that were just creating so much wasted space. Over on Instagram, I talk a lot about our emergency food, and I thought I would cover it here as well. When it comes to food that I keep down here, I do not do couponing. I know a lot of people ask me that question. Do I do the, mega coupons? And I don't. I look for sales. I buy things that are generic brands, and I can get things in large bulks. When it comes to my grocery shopping, I shop all the time for 3 weeks worth of groceries, and I go to the grocery store every 2 weeks. That way I'm always able to add to my food storage. So I'm going to have a video come up really soon where I'm going to talk about that even more. And I've just decided I've had so many questions. Leave a comment down below, and in a future video I will try to answer all of your questions. All right, friends, here is the before and the after. Can you see why I called it a dungeon? I could not stand being down here, and the refrigerator being right there stuck out as far as the dryer and the washer so that I couldn't really have a lot of walk space, and it just became the dumping ground for everything. Now here is the other angle, and I mean, it just feels so much brighter and roomier walking over to the washer and dryer. I have no regrets changing out these shelves. I'm going to link them down below because I actually purchased 3 of these shelving units, and then 2 of them were built with the structures, and we took from the 3rd shelf unit. I used it to create more shelves. The kit actually comes with 5, but we added on 7 shelves to each of one of the units. The last thing on my to-do list, and I know that this video has been kind of chatty, so hopefully you're enjoying this conversation I'm having with you all today to get you motivated to get going on your to-do list. One of the last things I wanted to do was getting my gardening started. Gardening is a big deal here in Missouri, and things sell out so quickly. I think a lot of it is because it gets hot really quick here with a lot of humidity. And so a lot of people will go out and pick stuff up at the beginning of spring, and if you don't get out there, it's gone. So I went and I picked up all our florals. We put a lot of it on the side of the house on the first day, and then the next day we went back out and started planting things. Now you can see my yard is ready for some attention and I will have a video coming for that later on at the beginning of May, where I'm going to be showing all of the updates on the backyard and the front yard. You can see right now that the grass hasn't even come back in green yet. It's still going back and forth between it being too cold and too wet. So it's starting to come in. One of the things my son Bradley is helping me do here, I have wanted a hedge for so long, so we're planting some boxwood all along the road, and hopefully someday we will be able to put a brick sidewalk. I would love that so much. And now here I am over on the side of our house. Last year we had these brick beds and retaining walls built, and I'm coming in with Miriam, and she's helping me do a lot of the planning for all of these flowers. She is just my girl. I love her so much. I love my kids so much. I'm so lucky. I have such a great team. I'm so blessed. And it was such a fun thing to come out here with her and have her help me plant all of these flowers. Now remember to subscribe if you like this content, because I have so many fun videos coming. We are redoing the entire basement, and this month I'm going to be revealing a ton of makeovers, plus our spring video that I'm going to be doing for our yard at the beginning of May. Don't forget to go and check out Kathleen's channel. You will love her. I will link everything down below I did for our makeover, and I will link Kathleen's channel as well. Thanks so much for stopping by, and until the next episode, bye friends.